revitalized here, you could say, going up against, well, as we know them as Revolution, but apparently they are making somewhat of a name change here. We're going to call them Revolution for today, but they're also known by 2-0. 2-0, I guess, is this new name that they're going for moving forward here. So, but it is Revolution, the same team that we've come to know and love here. At this point in time. So again, also a team that's obviously looking very good as far as the start here. That's what we're stressing so many times going into this matchup here today. Again, already 9 points, 3-0-1. This is a team that finished in the bottom two the first 3 cycles. Already guaranteed not to finish in the bottom 2, looking to do even better here. So here we are. We'll see how they play against this new Sync Esports team, who currently sits at 7 points themselves at a 2-1-0 record, excuse me. So, anyways, here on the picking stage, obviously already well developed in the draft. I'm joined by Formless once again. At least I believe I am. Are you there, Formless? Oh boy, that awkward moment when. Is your mic muted by chance, or do I still have you muted? I still have you muted. Oh my god, that's so awkward. Okay, you're unmuted now. My bad there. My bad.
All right, no problem. It's good to be here.
All right, welcome back. Okay, we'll recover here. All right, so we are in the second tier of bands, though. Something else I've noticed about Revolution this cycle. This is actually the first time I get to cover them this cycle here, but their Peksu is now their captain. Squirry has been their captain in the previous cycles, I'm pretty sure, but Peksu stepping in that captain role, so maybe a little bit of something to do with how things have been improving here, but yeah, we'll see. Was he drafted against you guys, do you remember?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I believe they changed that up here, so. All right, we got the draft, though. Let's start talking about that. The initial picks, our bands were even Hellbringer, Tremble, Wild Soul, and Behemoth, so definitely somewhat interesting there. First pick, Warbeast, though, left open. Zlap going to take that into Magnus, Rhapsody into Parasite, and then Pebbles coming out in a Gladiator. This is a flavor hero that Revolution likes to run here, especially even a jungle Gladiator, as we know. So, not going to be jungle hero. They do have Parasite, though. But what do you think about the draft so far, Formless?
I think Sync looks like a standard Sync draft, like the old Sync. Zlap looks like he's been doing his homework on Revolution, though, banning out the Wild Soul, the Hellbringer, the Malekith, because those are all heroes that 2-0 or Revolution are really comfortable with. Mm-hmm. So definitely have to give Zlap props for that.
Yeah, they were pretty good there. So we'll see again how they continue to this one. But, I'm looking at this lineup here on the side of Sync. Okay, they're going to go Midas here. I was going to say, that third pick, I was a little surprised they actually didn't go the Ophelia. Zlap, obviously an awesome Ophelia player, and it seemed like it really would have fit very well with this lineup, but they actually chose to go the Pebbles instead. And Ophelia was eventually banned, so...
Yeah, I think that Zlap prefers the Jungle War Beast, and I think that he's more comfortable on it than Zibby is on its Suicide. Even though I know Zibby does play Suicide War Beast.
But. Yeah. So sticking with him playing the War Beast most likely here instead. They do get Midas. Speaking of Zibby, he'll probably end up with that Midas here, and then still looking for their carry ultimately, or at least the Haxorn hero with the final pick right here. Gladiator, though, again on the side of Revolution over here. They got Torture with the next pick. Like I said, we've actually been seeing a Jungle Gladiator from these guys in the hands of Peksu, but obviously, again, that's not happening here. They do have Parasite. I wonder, is it going to be a mid-Gladiator, or will they actually do a carry Gladiator here?
I think that it most likely will be a mid-Gladiator because, well, they did run it against us, and it worked out really well for them.
Okay.
I've never really seen that many of their games, so I'm not sure if they run it as safe lane.
Again, from my experience, they like to run in the jungle, but they're not doing that here, so I don't know. You think mid would make that? I mean, obviously we'll find out here with this final pick, most likely, but I mean, you run carry Gladiator yourself over there for complexity, so
yeah, every once in a while it synergizes really well in certain lineups.
Mm-hmm. Is this one of those?
It could be, but I'm not sure yet.
Okay. We'll wait for the final pick here to get information on that. Puppet Master is going to be the carry of choice, or again, more the short lane farmer, whatever you want to call it for Haxer in here, most likely, as they pick him last. So, what do you think about the Puppet?
It's a good pick. They needed a semi carry because of the fact that they already had a War Beast in the jungle. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it was a solid pickup. I kind of thought they would pick up Puppet Master there because there's not really any other semi carries that can solo bottom very well.
Yeah. You see them trolling right here. Swapping all around. Keeping them guessing. Okay, well, there we go. That is going to be the carry, is safe to say. So, Dark Lady final pick. That means Gladiator, more of a middle Gladiator here. But yeah, hard carry Dark Lady. Does that work here, you think?
I mean, it does, but like Singh's whole the point of the draft is to be aggressive and force team fights and take towers. And TDL is the type of carry that you want to buy time for her to sit back and farm and get that Ruined Axe and really just become the hard carry she is late game. So if Singh plays this right, I think they should essentially crush Revolution in the early mid game.
I am so confused right now because Squirry, unless they've changed their roles completely, and I just maybe they did this cycle, but he's actually playing Parasite here, and Dark Lady in the hands of Zephyronte. What is going on?
Usually, isn't Zephyr? Isn't he usually their mid player?
Yeah, that's why I think so. I think he's actually new to the team even, so I'm not even sure where he ends up, to be honest. But yeah, this is Squirry is like their hard carry player. The first 3 cycles, that was the case at least. So yeah, this is. I don't know if you remember in your matchup if he was actually on the hard carry in that one as well.
Yeah, Squirry was actually on the carry, and
Okay.
Zephyr was on mid.
Interesting. And Pexu's playing the Gladiator, so it's like they're not doing like a laning Parasite here, are they? I mean, that would just be okay. Even with his first, so yeah, no, he's definitely going jungle here. Okay. Well, okay, so I guess it's just a little confusing on the players playing the certain heroes, but when it comes to their lanes and everything, it makes sense at least. So
I'm a little curious though, why Squirry decided to go the boots first item. Also, he bought out 2 mana pods. I think 2 mana pods. So I mean, Sync didn't ward any of his camps, but if they had, he would have been kind of screwed because he wouldn't have been able to block them at first.
yeah.
And
So see right there, he takes care of the Hellhounds at least. So we'll try to prevent the pulling from as much as possible, but still got something out of it.
And what Zlap did there was he waited till Squarey jumped in, and then he resummoned his wolves, which gave Squarey no gold or experience.
Oh, smart, yeah. Hey, you're right.
And it wasted his mana.
Huh. So, yeah, essentially getting nothing out of it. So definitely a good heads-up play there from Zlap. As the spawns will happen, though, and Parasite doing his jungle thing. So, as you pointed out, at least none of the camps are blocked. So, a little risky of a play to go boots first. It does kind of pay off here, though. It doesn't have to deal with that, at least. Top lane, look at Midas going at it with Torture. Again, Zibbe very comfortable on the Suicide Midas. A hero in a role he's played many of times. So, he's confident in his limits there as far as dealing with that. Pexu on Gladiator here in the middle lane. It is a 1 versus 2. He's got the Pebbles and Rhapsody to deal with here. How do you think Gladiator is going to be able to fare?
He's not. I don't think he's going to be able to get that much here. He's really going to have to wait until Parasite and Magnus can hopefully rotate over and they set something up with a showdown. But other than that, it's pretty much like he's a Suicide Gladiator in the mid lane.
Yeah. Don't expect a whole lot of farm there. Bottom lane, Magnus versus Puppet Master. Here, of course, Puppet Master having that range advantage in general, and also just plenty of harassment. So 6-3 for him, 3-1 Magnus currently. Obviously, still very early on. Top lane, Midas is going to be able to Elemental Warp away in time, but heavily pressured there. Parasite coming on over, so. And then, of course, you got Warbeast in the jungle here, doing his thing. And that, the battle cry, of course, in this case, actually with the skin, I guess the blue hands. Usually call them the red hands, but blue hands coming out here for the Legion team. So got to keep that in mind as well when we are looking at the matchup. So even more of an advantage for Puppet Master here at the bottom lane that he has. So
Yeah, Warcry basically. I mean, Puppet Master should usually beat a Magnus 1v1, but Warcry just makes him dominated.
oh my gosh, Magnus. Okay, wow, he nearly dies right there, but he doesn't. He's gonna eat up some trees and be fine for now. But again, you see the potential there, especially with that battle cry. It's a lot of damage coming out. We'll need to be constantly careful about that. Again, going boots here. And 3 minor totem, so trying to tank up a little bit early on. But still feeling it. Dark Lady does get the ring of the teacher already. So well on our way to an eventual Abyssal Skull, but probably going to get that Rune Cleaver first, of course. Torturer. Oh, they're going to kill Midas.
First of many.
Bloodlust kill. Zephyronte on the Dark Lady. So yeah, Zibe, he did not expect that there.
Yeah, he had a little bit of false confidence from the Warcry, thinking that he could maybe possibly kill the Torturer. But TDL, when he rotated over, those Dark Blades are too good.
Yeah, great catch. Dark Blades indeed a very powerful tool against a hero like Midas. Silence in general great against him. And shows off right there. You do see Torture back into the lane. Midas, though, full life, full mana this time around, so understandably a little more confident. Pebbles, I assume, is doing a great job here in the middle. Yeah, 365 gold per minute, 26 and 11 creep farm. How about this? He actually went the Blood Chalice here rather than a bottle straight away.
I don't know. I guess it's personal preference. I'm not really sure. One thing, though, is that Gladiator is getting a good amount of experience mid, which really, that's what the hero needs. It's just levels in the early game.
I don't know if I mean, you say it's personal preference and everything, but, like, I don't even know if I've really seen a Blood Chalice middle Pebbles that I can recall, at least. I mean, it's just always bottle. It's just always so routine, so
Yeah.
really is strange.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that either, but, because, you know, Mickey usually likes to go to the bottle, the steam boots.
Yeah.
Way.
Well, Macera, I'm going to assume has a reason for that. Macera is known a little bit for being somewhat of a troll from time to time, but, I mean, I'm not saying that he's doing that here. It's just, I guess also he's not afraid to be a little different. That's what I'm getting at, so definitely a little different here with the Blood Chalice, but again, we'll see how it works out for him. Obviously, it's a little bit more of a burst mana gain than the bottle is, so maybe there's that logic.
Yeah.
But, oh, gank mid. Oh, both to pause. You see, Warbeast is coming in mid. I mean, he's not the strongest ganking hero, but he's level 6 with that said, so let's be able to get this.
Maybe he felt like he wasn't going to be able to get any runes with the Magnus with boots usually camping bottom and like Torture or Parasite camping top. Maybe that's why, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Zlapt, especially, you know, coming from Sync, of course, and I know this is a completely different Sync team, but one of the things we definitely credited them for was that just rune control. I mean, they were a very powerful rune control team, so keeping that logic in mind wouldn't be surprising. Do you think Warbeast is going to be able to successfully alpha kill middle lane here?
Yeah, probably. They just have to make sure that Pebbles hits a stun. But I definitely think they can set up a kill on this Gladiator. He doesn't have boots. There's a level 6 Warbeast trying to set up on him. And Hellborn has no vision of this, so.
Yeah, I was double checking that too, and nothing to work off of. There's a ward of sight here at the bottom, but it's a little too far away. It's more for the jungle than it is for the actual rotating Warbeast. But again, to be fair, Warbeast is not a hero it's not an Ophelia, it's not a Parasite, you know, it's not one of those where you're worried about him coming in for a gank. But granted, level 6, it will allow him to do that with that Metamorphosis. So we see here, let's see if Slapt is able to make this happen. They're going to go up. Here comes the Staccato and the Stalagmites. And as expected, easy kill really in the Yen on Pexu. So Stalagmites easily landable, especially when you have the Staccato to lead it. So
yeah. Overall, that was a good rotation. Slap's a little bit of a KSer, though.
Oh, he take it. The stats gotta look good, man.
He comes up and takes the last hit.
Gotta lead in that kill plus assist to death ratio. Very important. No, I mean, getting involved in the kill in the first place is obviously pretty good for. I guess with the battle cry, he technically would have been anyway. So, but yeah, he comes in and snipes it. I mean, you could argue that, like, and not to overanalyze this, but obviously Pebbles is one of those heroes where if there's an important player or a hero item combination that you want to get ASAP, as bottom lane actually Puppet Master. Gladiator coming in and helping us set up a kill on a Puppet Master using that Showdown Pitfall combo to make it happen. But as I was saying, I mean, if there is a hero item combination that you just want to get as soon as possible, a Portal Key Pebbles is up there at least. So,
Yeah, definitely.
are we looking at Slapter and is there actually logic that says he really should have let Pebbles get that, or is it fine?
I think it's fine. Pebbles is already getting free farm mid. He's at 400 GPM. I don't think it's the biggest deal. It wasn't like a bloodlust kill or anything. And with the new gold change, Gladiator didn't have that much, I guess, net worth, so he wasn't worth the most gold.
Okay. That's true there too. So, but speaking of that, again, Pexu, he comes up and as soon as the resurrection, he ports bottom and obviously sets up a kill down there. So. That's a necessary kill on a Haxurin, who was having a pretty good time up until that point. He's still farming 300 gold per minute, but that goes to show you now, slowing him down was pretty crucial right there. Middle lane, Magnus is trying to return the favor here, as he's trying to set up a gank, but I don't know if the timing's going to work out. Parasite, he is still here, actually, so they're going to try for it. Yeah, they're too far, though. I mean, they knew it was coming. This ward of sight, it spotted at least the, it spotted the Parasite, I think, running over.
Yeah, that's a really good award to see Parasite rotations from Serenia. One thing, though, that we've noticed from Revolution, or 2-0, is that they do really like to focus on ganking the enemy short lane.
Yeah.
Like, even when we were playing against them, they were constantly in our short lane, constantly trying to make pressure on our carry.
Which would be you.
Which would be me.
So you're very familiar with that idea that, yeah, they were heavily pressuring yourself, so, okay. And again, we saw the kill happen onto Puppet Master already, but at the same time, like I said, he's still 310 gold per minute, and he's actually even third on his team with that farm, so big picture, it looks pretty good overall for Sync. Now, you see the Hellhound scouting out Torture right here in the middle lane, by the way. Obviously, they're envious, so he doesn't know that he's being scouted, but he sees him running in. There's the Chuck. Pitfall's going to come out, trying to go for a turn, actually. The Call to Warps, what a save! Torture will fall, but down goes Rhapsody, and Pebbles also in a lot of trouble. TP in for Magnus as well. Parasite doing what again to finish him off. Showdown will bring him right back. And down goes Macera. What a hold there from Pexu to get the 2-for-1 turnaround.
Yeah, that was really well played, but I really think that Macera should have used this. They should have bursted down the Torture as fast as possible, because Torture was able to get down off his spells before he died, which led him to being stunned for even longer.
And that's really crucial too, because again, Pebbles want that PK ASAP. It's going to slow it down a little bit. Just under 1,000 gold now saved up. Puppet Master bottom. Oh, he's going to be fine. Puts the Puppet Show, but actually, yeah, that whole delay right there nearly cost him his life as Parasite was coming in. So, Haxurin is fine though. Meanwhile, however, Dark Lady, again in the hands of Zephyronte here, is farming top farm. 415 gold per minute. This is before the Rune Cleaver. Now, he is having really free farm here, of course, because of the circumstances. So, does Sync need to address that anytime soon?
Well,
or?
They need to, I think they're comfortable with the War Beast and the Puppet Master farming for now, but they have to keep in mind that TDL can outcarry those two carries on the Legion side, so they probably do need to apply a bit of pressure. So they really need that Pebbles portal key.
Yeah. He has 1,500 gold now saved up, so again, he is getting there. He's going to rotate to the bottom rune. Again, doesn't have a bottle. Granted, Torture is there first anyways, and happens to steal it with the illusion, so you do have Midas has a bottle now here on the Legion side, and of course he would be the only one here. having it. So you see Gladiator with it, of course, being in that middle for the Hellborn team. Bottom push. Torture and Magnus are here. The tower is going to fall in the Legion favor, though. Not much they can do by themselves, especially with 4 players being there. So Serenia actually getting credit for the tower kill, even. It's bonus gold for him. And Puppet Master. Puppet Master, I feel like as... Oh, well, they're going right here. Torturer, though, I was going to say, he happens to be nearby. Trying to burst out Magnus. It's actually not enough damage in the end, and now he's like going to set up a counter kill. Pitfall will miss. There's a Lava Surge. It's in range for Rhapsody. Here comes Dark Lady as well, doing the Dark Blade damage to Puppet Master. The Call to Arms is going to miss, but it will buff the team at the same time. Serenia does end up falling, and the chase will continue. Dark Lady has another initiation, but she's not going to risk diving further. I mean, they only got Rhapsody killed out of that, so I actually feel like Sync, not too... I mean, they got the counter push mid, too, so that worked out pretty well for them.
Overall, they got 2 towers for a Rhapsody, so it's not the biggest deal, and it's really, really good for making Sarah to stay mid and get that tower instead of rotating over.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually does have his portal key now, I think.
Yep. Unless he bought something else, which would be weird. But again, he did go Blood Chalice. No, I think it's going to be that portal key. I was talking about Puppet Master, though, before that fight broke out, and he actually does end up getting the... Whispering Helm first here. I feel like Assassin Shroud has been very popular in Puppet Masters lately as far as more of the initial item for the carry builds here, but what is your take on that?
I mean, yeah, the Assassin Shroud, I think it would suit their playstyle more, but they want to be aggressive, but I think Haxton just wants to take the game slow and kind of, I guess, he just wants to farm, I guess, because I don't really see any other reason to pick up the Whispering Helm before the Shroud.
I guess with the... That is interesting, though, especially with the War Beast. He's more of a I want to farm kind of hero as well, so...
I think what they're going for is they want Zlapt and Haxorn to be like AFK farming, while Zibby, Misera, and Serena are all making plays with the portal key, like trying to shut down the TDL, while they have 2 carries farming. In mid lane.
They're going to catch Gladiator and get a free kill out of it. So speaking of them going around setting up kills, they do just that right there. Pebbles and Midas coming together. Midas, no portal key just yet on him. Zibby only farming about 215 gold per minute here, but will eventually be there, I'm sure. Yeah, I know he also likes to even go post-haste, actually. And actually, he likes to go Alchemist Bones, too, against Parasites especially, so... I wouldn't be surprised if he gets all those before portal key even. We'll see here.
Yeah. One thing is that when TDL he's close to finishing his axe. So once he gets that though, he's gonna outfarm Puppet Master and War Beast both. And in the Gladiator, they have really good teamfight synergy with the Gladiator Magnus and like the Cover of Darkness ulti from TDL. But like you said, I was surprised that they didn't pick up the Ophelia in the first 3 picks, because Ophelia would have been so good for their team right here. Because they could actually force plays.
It feels like this, yeah, they would be pushing towers right now and even starting to push into the base, honestly. I mean, obviously, it would have been completely different, and the lanes definitely would have been different, and man, I feel like who knows what would have ultimately happened here, but yeah, it seems like that was the strong possibility. But they did go with the Pebbles route, which obviously is also very powerful and it's fine too. And we'll see how it works in the long run for them this time around. But yeah, they have that option at least. Haxorn is still working on the Assassin's Shroud next, of course. Pretty popular follow-up to the Whispering Helm. Just happened to get the Whispering Helm first. That Rune Cleaver, very close. A couple of creep kills, in fact, away for Dark Lady here before she officially has that. And as I say this, she might be in some trouble, actually. If they could kill her before she even buys it, that would be huge. Okay, she does buy it at least. Yeah, they're going to try. Nope, a little too quick. Nice job.
It was good reaction from TDL.
Yeah. Managed to avoid the transmute there. This is going to be fine. How about Warbeast, by the way? It looks like, I would guess, the Shrunken Head going to be following the Abyssal Skull here. Best choice?
Yeah, it's a pretty good choice because they have a huge AoE ultis on Hellborn's side. And as long as he's not getting locked down, he can definitely put in a lot of damage on carries. So I like the Shrunken Head percent pickup here.
Oh, Puppet Master, he's baiting here. You see Pebbles nearby. I thought it almost would have worked right there. Torture was setting up as if they wanted to go, but, well, they still might have a chance here, actually. Yeah, I think Torture is going to try to maybe cut through the trees right here. And no, he doesn't have anything. Never mind. So that can't happen. Maybe they just assume that something's up. I mean, they don't see Pebbles right now, and that could be a... I think they might have actually seen him poking in there, so never mind. A surprise. Ain't much of a surprise anymore. Puzzle box on Parasite. I assume is level 1 currently, but still. Good to see here for the Hellborn team. Again for Squirry. Yeah, it is interesting how you're talking about what possibly Sync is going for, at least with this whole, you know, both Puppet Master and Warbeast playing a farm game while the rest go around. I mean, I guess that does secure more of the later game, but it makes this kind of early to mid-game transition a little less powerful. And actually, Pebbles going to jump in, but now Rhapsody also in trouble as there's more here than expected. Down goes Rhapsody, and Pebbles will also fall. Even the eruption going off. He didn't even get the kill. Wow. On to Magnus.
See, you have to be very careful about that for Sync, because they can't afford to miss kills like that. Because Pebbles, he's 0-2 right now. He hasn't really done much with his portal key. He's falling off now. His farm is not going to keep up. While TDL is farming, and Gladiator. So honestly, I could see Revolution taking this game if it goes much longer.
Yeah, it is a scary spot right now for this Legion side. Obviously, Dark Lady with that Rune Cleaver, already another 1,000 gold saved up. The GPM, as really expected, 475 gold per minute now, and counting as he has there. What does Dark Lady need next, you think?
He with the Firebrand. Okay, yeah. That's a solid pickup. I would expect the Firebrand into a Shrunken Head.
Okay.
I don't think he necessarily needs to finish the Abyssal right now.
Yeah, okay. No need a lifesteal at this time. Puppet Master, he's trying to find a kill with the Assassin Shroud. He's going to find it on Torture right there. I almost thought that was an illusion for a second with how quickly he dropped right there. But that's the power of the Assassin Shroud. He takes out 2/3 of his life coming out of it. And actually, they're going to catch Dark Lady. I thought she had fallen back, to be honest, but no, she was doing the Ancients.
Yeah, that was pretty greedy from TDL. Torture had just gotten picked off right there, and they had scouted the triple stacked Ancient, so...
I mean, she even had a ward, though, too. Like,
yeah.
There was no
but I think they were smoked, though.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Still, though. Yeah, with the Torture and Death, I think that's the biggest thing, though. Happening right there. Well, I mean, she did get the Firebrand first, at least, again, but... falling right there, obviously stalling any continuous farm now, as she would have liked. Top lane? No, just Gladiator farming. Yeah, Gladiator, I believe Pexy likes to do this kind of build to get the sacks done. I think he likes to go the tablet even. Perhaps even something like an Energizer if they feel necessary, so... You think those are good items to see on a Gladiator? I know Astrolabe even we've seen on him before.
Yeah, I think they're pretty like decent items. Like, you don't have to go the hard carry build every single time on Gladiator, or like the one-shot whip. Yeah, the Sackstone, the tablet, the utility items are pretty decent on the hero.
Man, Assassin Shroud Rift Shard's so good. Bottom lane Gladiator. Oh, he wasn't surviving no matter what he had there. Quick burst on him, but at what cost now? Puppet Master, he has the Assassin Shroud. He is dusted, though, currently. They're going to look at him, trying to chuck him away. Okay, I mean, I get the idea, but I don't know if that really helped in the end. And now Macera is also going to get caught. He'll go down. Double tap for Zephyronte. I mean, to the saving grace, I don't think it would have mattered. I don't think
No, probably not.
But still, it was funny. Yeah. Good try, good try. Well, those are two obviously very big kills, though, for Revolution. And it seems like we're having a lot of back and forth this game. Positive for one team, then the other team comes back with positive. So it's Sync's turn now to perhaps make a couple of big kills happen. They find Torture in middle, but no, there's not too much support nearby.
Once TDL gets that shrunken head, though, that's like the time that they want to take fights. Because you would assume after the shrunken head and maybe the frostburn, then the TDL wants to pick up a wing bow, and that's going to be when he's strongest against the Ward Beast, because Ward Beast isn't going to have a Savage Mace by then.
Yeah. Slapped is. Oh, they might want to pause. Yeah. He's in the well currently, so not a huge deal, I guess, but definitely time it out right there. That is interesting. Yeah, both actually paused the game apparently. Huh. Hopefully nothing.
I think,
serious.
yeah, okay, so Legion actually didn't waste the pause there.
Okay.
It failed.
They win. Shrunken Head on a War Beast here is finished. Minus did go the portal key, by the way. You have seen that come into play now a couple times here.
Once Puppet Master picks up that Shrunken Head, though, that's going to be a pretty decent time for them to fight. That's when they have the advantage, and they should really pressure into them.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, if you look at it, that pretty much all of Hellborn's team is magic except for the TDL. And she's not too big right now. She can be dealt with a BKB Shroud.
Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously the Shrunken's great against her, too, for the sake of the silence especially. So
Yeah.
being able to remove that. So, yeah, no, Shrunken Head will do a lot of work here. Already have it on the War Beast, as we mentioned. That'll be a
And I'm
good time.
surprised that Zibby's recovered actually quite a bit. He's 357 GPM, and it looks like he might be going a tablet or even a Storm Spirit.
Which, again, I do actually find pretty interesting. He has nearly 2,000 golds here saved up, but just because of Zibbe, for one, not going the Alk Bones, but then two is also, I know he really likes that post haste, but maybe a little bit it was because I guess he did die a couple times earlier on and was a little bit behind, so.
Yeah, I know that Zlapt actually told me that when they were talking to Zibby about joining the team, they told him pretty much that he could not buy dumb items. Like, he had to stop with like the Alk Bones every game and all of that. So that was a condition for him joining.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Interesting. All right. I mean, he definitely has that reputation of doing what he wants. It almost feels like it's just not afraid of what people thinks of his style. Again, to be fair, a lot of the times it definitely has where I mean he really deserves credit for bringing Alchemist Bones onto the scene as far as the counter to Parasite. He was definitely the first one to start doing it. So there is that. What was I gonna bring? Oh yeah, it's kind of a side thing here, but since we're on the pause, speaking of a player that's known for just kind of doing unconventional items and stuff. I wonder if he's still on. No, he's not on right now, unfortunately. Saw him earlier, though. I saw a name. I have not seen it. Well, I've seen a couple names. For one, actually, Super KGE, it looks like he's kind of returned somewhat to the Han scene. He's been playing a bit of Han. I know he's even been streaming a little bit, so that's fun to see. But Fresh Pro. I saw Fresh Pro logged on earlier today playing some games.
Really?
Yeah. And I thought to myself, holy crap. That is not a name I've seen in a long time. So, I don't know if he just simply was playing a couple of games just for old time's sake, or there's something there, but that was pretty random.
So Fresh Pro was on MSI, right?
Yeah, he was one of the original Fnatic MSI members. Yep, it was him, Trixie, Notel, Fly, and Nova with Fresh Pro.
Yeah, I know that, I don't know when it was, though, but I saw, like, Limp and Handskin, like, talking in Twitch chat, too.
Yeah, we definitely have some of those guys, which I know Melons does every now and then, and a couple others, so. They all still love the game, let's be honest. Just other ventures out there. So, but yeah, no, that was, that kind of hit me right there. I was like, geez, that's somebody I haven't seen in a while, but, anywho. Are still on the pause here. Hopefully nothing too serious here. Looks like he has some DC issues. Going to restart the router. Okay, that's always fun. Going to restart the router here. So, again, this is our second series here today, or what will be our final one, ultimately. This is game number 1 of that, of Sync Esports versus Revolution going at it. So, this weekend is going to be another fun weekend ahead of us as far as coverage goes. Let me pull up the schedule for you guys right here. So as you see, we got these are this weekend's matches. October 31st happens to be Halloween here, so that should be a fun night of Heroes of Newerth here. We got some good matches, some ones that stand out. You guys versus, what was the one? Oh, yeah, you played BMG on Sunday, looks like, as well as the Sync team. So I'm looking for a couple of those matches there.
Let's see. So when do we play Sync?
You play Sync the final match on Sunday, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
So, Daylight Savings Time will be for North America, by the way.
Yeah.
On Sunday, so that's where
we were. I guess European times they go back an hour, I think.
Yeah, they go back. It's the same as us, but they do it a week earlier.
Yeah, we had set up scrims with BMG yesterday, and it was an hour later than usual. We were all confused, like, because Noah has class or Fuzzy has classes, so we were only able to do a couple because of the time change.
Yeah.
So they go back 1 hour, and we go forward 1 hour?
No, we go back an hour as well.
We go back, okay.
It's just, it's just a week later for some reason, because America have to be different. Yeah, I don't know. It's always those 2 times a year. That always gets a little confusing for the Han scene, and just in general, it's like, all right, what time is it really? Yeah, we know when you have all this international stuff happening. But well, we've made it through it just about. Yeah, like today we started at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is an hour later than what we usually would. But we'll be back to the normal time come next week. So yeah, that should be a fun weekend here. And again, even at this point, I mean, there's really nothing certain at all. Hell, with the earlier result, even you got Evil Corporation and Reason Gaming split in their series, so each getting a point there. And again, obviously still a lot of matches. Mystery Gang, I'm really intrigued to see how they perform. I know they've only played 2 matches so far. They haven't won a game yet. They lost to, let's see, who did they lose to? They lost to Revolution 2-0, and then they lost to you guys 2-0, looks like, in Complexity. So they still get to play everyone else, and we'll see what the new Diamond team is all about. They join the party.
I'm interested to see if Revolution actually makes playoffs this cycle. Kind of won a grudge match against them, but
oh yeah,
yeah, their grudge match.
I mean, they're in a great spot.
Yeah, like they're really surprising me this cycle. Like even in this game, they're playing really well.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's the name change.
It has to be the name change.
Only exclamation.
And they have been scrimming a lot, though.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear. I don't know, for some reason, I'm getting overly screwed up here. I was getting the vibe a little bit. Not that he like said it outright, but I've had Square on a couple times at CoCast and stuff, and I feel like when I have talked to him about it before as well, it seems like that they kind of just haven't really been upbeat for whatever reason about their team. But I mean, maybe I was wrong at reading that, and here they are this cycle, and obviously it kind of reminds me of Fresh in Cycle 2, where they oh no, it was last cycle even. Yeah, it was last cycle where they ended up doing really well in the group stages, at least, after a very disappointing previous cycle or whatever. So,
yeah,
but can turn it around. What did he say right there? Oh, yeah, I was letting them know. Yeah, can't change your IP. That won't work. If that happens, then bad stuff happens.
One thing that I'm happy to see is that, like, Revolution, they've been a team that's, I guess, they've had a kind of consistent roster, except for, I guess, Zephyr joining.
Yeah.
But, like, it's all about stability and, like, just stick together and keep on practicing and playing together, and you're going to become a better team.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I remember last season that when we were playing, we were, like, a 4th, 5th place team, and now we've been getting, like, 1st to 3rd every single cycle because we've been together for so long. And the teamwork just naturally comes with experience.
The North American scene has always been really interesting when it comes to that. I feel like you're kind of the first North American team in Han history to actually like have a somewhat consistent roster. Because even in the early days, I mean, it's always been. I mean, I guess if you look all the way back to like We Are Pig and Team 5, I mean, they were actually pretty saw rosters, but it wasn't even for that long. But North America's definitely had notorious teams like DWI and, even more recently, We Are Spies and stuff like that. They're just it's like 20 players, it seems like. So, but yeah, I mean, kind of going off of that point though, it has been really nice having an American team that we can actually get behind. That is actually the same 5 players.
It's fun having some people in the chat spam USA and other flags.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, I mean, I guess. Well, Oscar, no, I mean he's American. It's just South America.
Well, he's Bolivian, but we consider him an honorary American.
There you go. That's a good way to look at it. Server on pause. Are we good? The server unpaused the game. I don't. Okay, we're good apparently. Nope. Okay, they're gonna pause it. I mean, Dark Lady was moving around and stuff. He was back in. That just happened to be fun timing there. Now we can't join Skype. Well then. There's actually, I don't know if you've heard of it. There's this new, speaking of Skype, there's this new thing called, I think it's called Discord. What is it, Discord?
Oh, yeah. When somebody sent me a thing for that, I actually signed up for it.
Yeah.
I think it was the Why So Serious guy. He actually sent me that, and it looked like there were a few people signed up for it.
Yeah.
Is it a browser-based, voice thing? Or?
So my understanding, yeah, that's what it is. It also does have an application. In fact, I'm opening it right now because I actually kind of just testing it out. It was actually brought up Fish Sticks of Twitch.tv. He's the one that actually mentioned it in his social media, and so I figured, I mean, this guy's trusting, and he was saying how he thinks it's like the future. It's really cool, so I give it a shot. And yeah, I mean, it essentially seems like it's a mix of a chat room, but it can also be used as a voice channel, so for like voice chatting and. It's web-based, as you put it. So I actually have a Hogcast channel. So for anyone that does join it, again, what we're talking about, it's called discord.gg is the website. Discord.
One convenient thing about Skype, though, is you can have, so many contacts.
Yeah.
And you can always, see when they're online and just private message them. I don't know how Discord is because I haven't...
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure, Skype, as far as I'm concerned, is still definitely superior in terms of just, like I said, contacts and stuff. But for just pure gaming or just, things that you wouldn't use, like Ventrilo for or TeamSpeak, I think Discord is actually going to be pretty good for to take place of it. So, I mean, I don't know. I haven't even used it a whole lot myself, guys. So I'm not trying to sell this on you guys by any means. It's something I found interesting recently, and so... Maybe if we can get more people to use it. I am in the Hogcast channel right now, so, have fun with it and see if it takes off here, moving forward. But yeah, need to find something to talk about. Well, another pause here. Still trying to get that Skype. Hey, they could use Discord.
One thing I haven't seen in a while is Parasite actually went Ghost Marchers. I haven't seen that in a while. Usually it's a Strider's build into the fast puzzle box.
Yeah, Ghost Marchers, since the Codex stopped being a thing, that definitely has fallen off, hasn't it? So, interesting. Yeah, I guess. Stuck in the old ways here. Again, Square, the one playing it. I'm still taken back by that. I don't know if that's why, but he's not your typical jungle player. At the same time, he hasn't been on the scene forever either, so I don't know what kind of history he does necessarily have as far as a player goes. But from Season 4, he's been that hard carry for the team. So, okay, we are actually back, it looks like.
Midas actually just picked up a Storm Spirit.
Oh, did he get that? Okay, got that finished.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid pickup to protect his Puppet Master and his War Beast.
Yeah. Good to see right there. Yeah, Dark Liddy continuing to farm away in the Hellborn jungle in the meantime. Getting the Shrunken Head idea is pretty important here. So wanted to get that finished, as is Puppet Master for that matter. Uh-oh, Torture. He's going to be spotted by the Hellhounds here, but he does have enough support nearby to be fine, it looks like. Trying to bait each other out right here. Pebble's going the tablet at command here, instead of maybe like a Shrunken himself.
I mean, he's not farming very much, and it's a decent utility item to get away from a hero like TDL. So, overall, I think it's a solid pickup.
Well, 1,200 gold on a War Beast now. So We'll see what he likes to go for. Soul's Bulwark, not on this Legion team yet, so that could probably be a item of choice here. The auras in general are pretty weak on either side. You got the Abyssal Skull here on Warbeast, but other than that, there really isn't a whole lot going on. Gladiator and still, I want to say he usually does get that Sackstone, but doesn't have that here either. Look at this. Pebbles. Whoa! They blinked at the same time. They wanted to go for one another, and thus they both miss. And now Midas is on the run. That was a really odd initiation right there. Oh, just out of range as well. However, he does deactivate the portal key. And now Midas gets pulled back in with a showdown. Down goes Zibbe. That whole stemmed from both PKing into one another.
So I want to see Revolution get this mid tower and then maybe possibly attempt to Kongor. They didn't use any big ultimates like Gladiator ulti, but Puzzle Box is up, down.
Well, on cooldown, yeah.
There you go, yeah, on cooldown.
Yeah, God, you really have to look at that again. Like 90-second cooldown on Puzzle Box. I mean, that's a pretty long cooldown. How long do they last for? What does it say? Can't check here. Spazzing out.
Yeah, it spazzes out when I go down.
35 seconds, it looks like. Okay, as I'm having a seizure now. Okay. Oh, so what uptime of? So by the time they die, you're looking at 55 seconds left. Still pretty long.
So TDO is actually saving up gold right now, which makes me think that he's probably going to go the shrunken head route, which I think it's the right choice to go, especially against Legion's team. Once he gets that shrunken head, Nullify. I mean, a Puppet Master's not going to be able to do much.
3,500 gold saved up for him now, so just about there. And I was talking about the Sackstone, and actually, I believe Gladiator just bought the Shield of the 5 right there, so it is going to be coming. Torturer! Okay, that was an awkward Storm Spirit, but it doesn't matter in the end. I was going to say he Storm Spirit himself, but no. He doesn't have one, definitely. But they're going to keep going, actually. They also catch Parasite. You see a TP coming in. Parasite's going to die. Eruption hits a couple, though. Here comes Gladiator. Call to arms coming up. Protect the Melody. Will do plenty, though, in return. Down goes Dark Liddy. And Sync Esports dominating this fight. This is one of those games. There hasn't been a whole lot of clashes. In fact, that's really kind of the first one of the game. And it ends up putting Sync in a very good spot now because of that.
Yeah, see, they did exactly what they should be doing. They got the Shrunken Head on Warbeast and on their Puppet Master, and they forced a team fight.
And they're keeping going. They want to keep the team fights happening. Gladiator going to be chucked back in. He's going to fall. You see Torture, only level 10 though. And the main support, not much he can do on his own. This is definitely a tower kill. I mean, Darkly, yeah, with the buyback, but she really wants that Shrunken Head. She was so close to it before that death. Yeah, the timing really was perfect for Sync in terms of her just not having that. And getting the catches when they did. So they're going to get the racks, and they're going to get out on top of it all. That was absolutely huge for Sync Esports now. And what was definitely not this much. It's now a 12.5 thousand goalie, nearly a 10,000 experience lead here. And how about this pickup on Zlap, by the way? He goes a Nullfire Blade.
A Nullfire Blade.
Follow.
I mean, I know you can't purge Gladiator Showdown off. I guess, I mean, he can purge like Dark Blades off from Dark Lady. He can purge a Puzzle Box. I mean, that might be why he did it, to purge a Puzzle Box.
Yeah, I guess they don't have the Alchemist Bones, as we were talking about earlier, so.
But you can also purge off Gladiator's Call to Arms, his ultimate. I think. Pretty sure you can.
Can you?
I think so. I just know you can't disjoint the or purge off the Showdown, his W ability.
Okay.
The only thing that gets rid of that is a Shrunken Head.
Does Geometer's Bane get rid of that?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't? Oh, interesting.
Or you can like Cyclone yourself or something like that, but other than that.
Well, yeah, okay. Make yourself immune. Post haste on Zebe, so he does eventually get there. This comes a little bit later on. You look at Pebbles up here at the top lane. Seeing about making a play over here. He's not going to find anyone for the time being, though, obviously. Doesn't want to go too crazy. as he's up here. You see bottom lane, the Puppet Master Farmer with Midas sitting behind him, so feeling good and gonna jump anyone that dares try to fight him there. So Warbeast does end up going to level 2 Nullifier Blade even. Spends a little bit of extra gold to get the unlimited charges and more stat upgrades there. A little more damage. Again, they still don't have that Soul's Bulwark I think you would like to see, but...
Yeah. Maybe Pebbles is going to buy the bulwark, or...
True. That could happen, I guess. We'll see here in just a minute now for Messera. He basically is there. The Soul's Bulwark was picked up on Parasite on the other side, so that goes to that item.
Okay, so Pebbles actually bought an Energizer and then he sold it right away.
Yeah, he does it a lot. Messera, that is. I always have to double check whenever he's in the game. Kind of trolls. Puppet Master, oh no, he's going to get caught. Dust comes out. That was a great Veiled Rot here from Revolution. And that's a quick kill on a Haxorn to follow. Very well played. The Veiled Rot absolutely huge. And this is going to open up that Kongor now.
Yeah, that was a really good pick. I don't think that Revolution's actually out of it anymore.
Yeah.
Especially with this Kongor.
This is going to be a token on Dark Lady, of course. And definitely not out of it. I mean, Dark Lady is, by all means.
Puppet Master actually bought back there.
Oh, wow. Why?
I have no idea. Maybe he thought they could contest the Kongor, but there was no one set up for it.
Yeah, they were... That was definitely, I don't know obviously what happened in their Skype call, whatever they're using, but it almost feels like that's one of those cases where it's like, he was telling them that he's buying backing, like, to go, but they were like, wait, no, we're not going. But he had already bought back.
It's pretty unfortunate. He just lost a lot of gold there.
Yeah, it sets him behind. I mean, he is 522 gold per minute, so there is that at least. But, yeah, that means the Hellflower is going to be a little bit delayed now as a result of that. Token of Life, Dark Lady, of course. Geometer's Bane, and more than likely, well, I guess he could go the Frostburn route.
I mean, I don't think he needs a Geos this game.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be okay to get out of the Puppet Master's strings, but other than that, I don't think he already has a Shrunken Head. He doesn't really need a Geos. I think he wants to finish that Frostburn and then get a Wingbow as fast as possible.
Okay.
Maybe even go Wingbow first. Who knows?
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, it's almost like you almost feel... You don't have... Firebrand is an interesting item, because, like you say, maybe Geo's being not that great, and is Frostburn really going to do him a whole lot at this point either? It's like, he could just sit on the Firebrand and then go straight into Wingbow, as you're pointing there, so...
One thing about Frostburn is it does give him a little bit of extra health, and it does let him... he's able to sit on people with it pretty easily.
Yeah, so we're going to find out here shortly what Zephyronte does choose. It's definitely one of the cases, too. I mean, there's 3 minutes on the token, so it's, maybe if that... And I don't know if he definitely is going to be able to farm a Wingbow in the next couple of minutes here, so... Maybe get that Frostburn finish and then make a push happen. Could be the logic too, but we got a little bit of time here to still decide that.
Yeah, I think I don't know if they want to push directly into them though. I don't, because they could be getting all these tier 2 towers at least, like the bottom tier 2, maybe the top tier 2. But they decide they just want to farm with a token, I guess. Get TDL her next big item and see him go from there.
You see Gladiator right there. Yeah, that's one of those fun tools of Gladiator's. Gladiator is the showdown. You can use it defensively. You can use it as a ability to kind of scout out what's going on and get sent back. Kind of like Ophelia.
Slapped up top is giving him so much vision with these wolves. So it literally should never die top. Like Midas can just keep pushing out the wave top, and then he's in no danger because of the wolves.
Bottom lane, catch on a Pebbles right here. Puppet Master happened to be right next to him though. They kill Magnus. Parasite did face hug on a Puppet Master, but he gets the Shrunken Head up. Gonna try to chase him down right here, but now Messera, he's gonna say get off him. Chucks him away. There's a tablet. Now Midas joins the party, actually. Post-haste it in, I believe. They quick kill Torturer. Bound Eye's going to drop. A nice pitfall from Pexu, though. Dark Lady goes in. Puppet Master's caught. Warbeast is all of a sudden very low in life. And he has to run the hell on out of here. What just happened? Revolution winning the fight ultimately in the end. Serenia going down. Showdown's going to bring it back. The pitfall combo, and down goes Warbeast, too. I did not see that one coming.
Oh, man, that Gladiator is huge. And then TD also had a DD for that fight. So when he went in, he pretty much instantly killed the Puppet Master and almost slapped.
Yeah. I mean, that was just crazy. It really felt like that with Puppet Master, you know, being there, and they got the quick kill on a Magnus. That was going to stop any kind of chance that Revolution had in that fight. But yeah, they double damaged Dark Lady all of a sudden. Definitely a pitfall that Pexu is really showing off those pitfall skills. Again, a very comfortable hero for him. I believe if we had the top 3 hero list for Pexu's heroes, I mean, I'm pretty sure Gladiator would be up there. So he's very comfortable with it.
So Myster actually he has 3,900 gold. I think he might go for the Shrunken.
On the Pebbles here, yeah.
On the Pebbles, yeah.
Do they still not have a Soul's Bulwark? No, they don't. There he goes the Shrunken. I don't know. Is that really crucial, you think? Is it fine that they don't have one?
A Bulwark? I mean, it's always really good to have Team Auras, and I'm surprised that Zlap went a Nullfire over a Bulwark, but maybe he thought that he didn't really need one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just really surprised that he went a Nullfire. I guess to purge the Gladiator in the puzzle box.
Yeah.
Because I would have much rather seen like a Basher or a Bulwark. But it could be next level, who knows?
It's definitely not an everyday item on a Warbeast for sure, but yeah, Nullfire, I mean, I personally have always felt for the longest time it's definitely been an underrated item. A lot of cases, and it does purge off plenty, and even just simply for the slow, hell, for the mana burn, I mean, there's a lot of reasons for it. Now, Pebbles, he is going to find a quick kill on a Torture, but at what cost here is a lot of team support. He did have a haste stream, though, so he's going to be fine. Puppet Master just walks right up with a Shrunken, meanwhile. Going for the quick kill on a Parasite, it looks like. Call to arms, though, going through. Remember, that applies a huge buff right there. Down goes Puppet Master. Protector Melody is going to be canceled immediately. Purge was put on a Parasite, it looked like. Dark Hoodie flies back in, as they've already taken care of Puppet Master. But Dark Hoodie, she is just her and Gladiator. The burst coming out from Pebbles right there. She feels it. Another Purge, and she will fall in the end. So they eventually do get the kill on Dark Lady. And despite losing Puppet Master, Sync wins the fight pretty well.
Yeah. That was a good team fight from Sync, especially taking out the Torture instantly. So it was a 4v5. Also, it just occurred to me that maybe Zlapt went the Nullfire because he didn't want to be completely useless when he wasn't in his ultimate form. Because he just purged the Dark Lady even when he wasn't. So.
Yeah. Well, again, it really is just all around a very solid item, as you do see the buybacks here. At least get a counter kill on Pebbles before the rest running away, but still, buyback in both Dark Lady and Parasite there. Dark Lady especially the crucial one. And she does have another 2,700 gold saved up even, though, so yeah, she must have had a lot of gold going into that fight even. I didn't necessarily notice that. But, I mean, the fact that she has 3,000 gold now, and she just used a buyback, I guess she did get a kill, but still.
Yeah. It's at the point now, though, unless, like, Warbeast gets hit by the Call of Arms and just is, like, locked down by that, he's going to be able to sit on Dark Lady. He has a Basher, a BKB, and I'm a little worried for Revolution, though, because TDL has to get that Wing Bow fairly soon to even stand a chance.
I mean, she's getting there, 3,600 gold now, so
yeah,
give her another 3-4 minutes here of decent farm, and she'll probably have it at least. But it's also a case of, you know, even when she does have that, nothing's guaranteed by any means. What are we looking at, like sheep sticks and stuff? Looks like Midas does have a Blessed Orb, so yeah.
Magnus has an orb, but I don't think he's anywhere close to a sheep stick.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah.
He's got a ways to go, too. Puppet Master, as you mentioned, the Hellflower there, so that is another way to take care of the Dark Lydia just in general here. Pexu did go the Tablet of Command, so kind of as expected in the end, the Sackstone into the Tablet here.
So there is a DD on TDL here.
Another one.
Oh, he bought a Shroud on TDL.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an okay item pickup, especially since they don't have a puzzle box or he can get away from War Beast.
Yeah, no, it seems like it's obviously a little bit cheaper. Maybe they feel like, excuse me, they have to kind of make something happen now, kind of item. Because, I mean, the Wingbow would have been great here, though. So.
Yeah, but I do understand the Shroud pickup. It's I kind of like it because if he can surprise them in one team fight with like a Shroud where they don't kill him and he gets away and then reopens back up,
Yeah.
then that makes all the difference.
Kongor should be coming up here in the near future, probably a couple more minutes. So that's also something else to look forward to. You got another 1,400 gold on Warbeast. Again, we do see the Brutalizer here. So, as we've been referring to, we'll see where he goes next here. It's Nullfire Blade definitely threw things off a little bit, but overall pretty traditional, minus that. And still no souls, but Serenia has a tablet now to go with her Void Talisman. Middle jump. They're going to go on a Torturer here. Figure they found a free kill, and they did. You would think that a Torture that far pushed up, kind of farming, would have maybe been bait, but not really. Ends up
Yeah, I guess just a little
kill.
bit of miscommunication from Revolution.
Kongor's up. And Sync's going to go for it here. They got some great vision around to do so. Wow, yeah. Bottom, you got the middle, you got the jungle area over here, so they're really good for Kongor. Oh, look at this. Veldrop Pebbles, meanwhile. He's going to be exposed. Token is given to Puppet Master. Pebbles? Oof, thought it might have been going. So, they tried to sneak in there, but too quick of a Kongor kill. And now Sync is in control, definitely, if they weren't already. I mean, they are looking at a 15,000 gold lead, 11.5 thousand experience lead. We obviously have already mentioned the Assassin Shot on Dark Lady, and so now working yet towards another item. Well, I guess at this point she's going to just look to finish the Genjiro here.
Yeah, and the Sheepstick was just picked up on Midas too, so that's absolutely huge.
Yep.
One thing though, if he did go the Wingbow route, Sheepstick actually does cancel evasion if you sheep target.
Mm-hmm.
So Sheepsticks are pretty good against Wingbows too.
Okay.
Like you don't have to necessarily go a Savage Mace on your carries if you have like 2 Sheepsticks or so.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit of that threat too. That figures likes this option better here, but
yeah.
I'm sure Sync is definitely going to try to use this token themselves. 4,100 gold on Puppet Master. He's in an interesting spot himself. He too could finish a Genjiro, or again, a hero like Puppet is a little interesting. Obviously, it's still well worth it, but not being able to take as much of an advantage of the agility is unfortunate. But still, I think Genjiro's probably. I mean, Genjiro or Symbol? Would you think here?
I think Hax wants to go the Genjiro route, but I think Symbol would be the smart play. Because yeah, like you said, Puppet Master doesn't really get any bonuses from the extra agility. I really want Legion team to pick up a Bulwark though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we've been talking about. I mean, it's not like they don't have the candidates either. Both Warbeast and Pebbles. We've seen it on many of times before, so that's there is no excuse there, definitely. And you'd hope before another fight maybe breaks out. I mean, just having that aura to use as you're trying to finish off the game would be pretty crucial. There's the Genjiro as he purchases the Dancing Blade here. So, going to be delivered. Still has another 2,300 gold saved up, so making sure to have buyback as well. How much time are we looking at? 2.5 minutes. So, yeah, it seems like this is going to be pretty good timing here. They're going to get the Genjiro delivered, have about 2 minutes remaining on the token, and they're going to start going to the base. So, Revolution, they have their work cut out for them here. This is not going to be an easy hold.
Yeah,
give it a shot.
I don't know. It's going to be hard to push into the base though because they do have the Gladiator and the Magnus ulti with the cover of Darkness, but they have the token. So honestly, I hope Zlap spins his gold before they push into the base. He has 3,700 saved up.
Yeah.
And this could be the game-deciding team fight right here.
Puppet, a lot of damage initially. Oh, Pebbles missed his initiation action, but what a protected melody kit from Serenia. Stops a lot of the early damage on a Puppet Master. He will eventually get away with barely any life, though, as Magnus did stun in, sitting in that steam bath now. Darklit, in the meantime, she's chasing further. She's about half life, but she takes out Serenia right there. However, she will go down in response. She has able to buy back, though, her final buyback. It's a hat trick, though, for Haxerin. He comes up, the quad kill, the token of life. Doing wonders here, and he's going back, and he wants the Annihilation. He gets the Annihilation. Now he still may die from this. Heal's coming out with the Lion's Pride. It is going to be enough. Yes, Puppet Master will live. A back-to-back Annihilation is called. GG, well played, and that will be the game in favor of Sync Esports. So the similar rage wasn't even there. It's almost like he almost had one the way he was barely surviving, but it was enough to survive, and the team support there too. So well played by Sync. Take game one here. What do you think?
Yep.
Final thoughts on the game there, Mr. Formless?
I think it came down to the fact that Sync, they got their BKBs and they made their timings. Like, as soon as Puppet Master got a shrunken head, they forced a team fight top, and they were able to kill TDL and get top racks, which essentially, I think that was such a huge fight. I think that I'm not sure, but I don't really. If they saw the